This is 13-year-old Christian Fernandez, a boy raised in a house of horror. Neglect by his parents and grandparents only drove him to repressed anger, which later made him the youngest person in history charged as an adult with first-degree murder. Christian was born in Miami, Florida in 1999 to Bayanella Susana, who was just 12 at the time. The boy's 25-year-old father received 10 years probation for sexually assaulting her. When Fernandez was 8, the Department of Children and Families investigated a report that he was molested by an older cousin. By October of 2010, Fernandez and his mother were living with her new husband when he suffered an eye injury so bad that his school sent him to the hospital, where he was examined for retinal damage. Fernandez told officers that his stepfather had punched him. When officers went to the family's apartment, they found the stepfather dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But on June 3, 2011, deputies were called to the apartment. Fernandez's baby brother, David, was dead inside. After the police found blood on his shirt, they decided to interrogate him on what happened that day. Now, looking at the room placement, you can tell that this looks like a high-pressure environment, as he's made to sit in a corner against a detective. However, the detective decides to use the child's innocence to turn this interrogation into a conversation.
Oh, you're 13 now? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So you're 13 years old.
I'm 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, 12. Okay, all right. So, and today is, do you know what today is?
14.
It's the 15th now.
15.
It was the 14th, but it's the 15th. And it's late. Ooh. Okay. What this says is this is your constitutional rights, okay? And this is what I'm going to read it to you, okay? And I just need you to sign here that you understand them. You have nice cursive. My son's working on his. That looks good. Do y'all have to write everything in cursive at school? Do you have to write everything in cursive at school? No?
Now, from the start, we have to give props to Detective Nechelle Soleg for being so calm and engaging in her responses, considering that this is such a complex case.
Tonight you were home. Well, you told me, you said before, in January, he got hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had broken his leg, little David.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he break his leg in January?
By yoga.
Yoga?
Mm-hmm.
And what room were you guys in?
In our room.
Okay. You share a room with him?
No, he always goes to she's always sleeping with my mom.
Okay, so he sleeps with your mom.
Oh.
And you and your 5-year-old brother and your 4-year-old sister all share a room.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all were in your room doing yoga?
Mm-hmm.
Were y'all watching a video or something, or?
No.
So what exactly happened that day in January?
I put his legs and back of his butt.
Okay, like how? Can you show me? I mean, you probably can't. Flexible, but how did you do his legs?
Like the Indians do.
Like the Indians do?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, did you put, like, the leg behind his neck, or how did you do it?
Like in the floor behind him.
Oh, so like kind of like a reverse Indian style?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you put the legs behind him?
Mm-hmm.
Were y'all watching that on TV or something?
No.
Where'd you see that at?
In the book.
And where?
In the book.
You still have that book?
No.
Where did that book come from?
From when I was in Miami.
Oh, Miami, okay. Who else was in the room when that happened?
Me and him.
Just y'all two?
Mm-hmm.
Where was your mom at?
I think she was taking my ride to school.
So, okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. I know he doesn't really look like your brother, but you can show me with the doll how he did that. You want to show me? So, he was sitting like this, and then how did you do his legs so we can understand happened?
Like this.
Oh, and then what else did you do with his little legs?
And like this. And that's it.
You pushed him back?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't twist the leg up or anything? Or?
What do you mean, like?
No, I don't know. I'm asking, like, exactly what you did. Show me again what you did.
Like this.
Oh, okay. 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 Well, did you hear a snap or something? Did you hear a pop?
Well, sort of.
Yeah. And what happened then?
He started crying and then I stopped.
Oh. And, so how long was it before your mom got home?
A couple of minutes.
And what did you tell your mom about him?
I don't remember the story that I made up before.
That what?
What I told her before.
What do you mean?
I didn't tell her that I was doing yoga with him.
Oh, what did you tell him? What did you tell her?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember what you told her is what you're saying?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. How long did he cry for? A long time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that probably hurt him really bad, huh?
At this point, you can tell that the mother is clearly instilling the wrong messages in her child by not being vigilant of her child's behavior. Looking at the 2011 incident where his brother broke his leg, you can see that instead of making the boy realize his mistake, he was later pushed to lie about how his brother got injured in the first place.
Tonight, you guys were in your room, just you and David?
Uh-huh.
Was your other brother and sister in there?
Mm-hmm.
So all y'all in
No,
there?
I think it was just me and him too.
Just y'all two?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what really happened tonight.
I put him to carry books.
You put him to carry books?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what kind of books?
Like the books that we have on our bookshelf.
Are they big books or little books? Or...
Like a bunch of skinny books.
Okay, so he was carrying them?
Mm-hmm.
Does he walk good with that one cast on?
I think he starts with one and normal walks with the other.
Okay, so he had books in his arms?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
And then they fell on him
They fell on him as he was carrying?
as he was carrying them.
Where did they fall on him at?
On his head and
How did they fall on his head if he was carrying them?
like this he was carrying them. Because he didn't know how to carry away.
So then what else happened?
And then they fell on him and then he fell.
This side of his head is really injured up with a lot of bruising and swelling.
Mm-hmm.
So, and his nose is really swollen up. Well, he didn't get those head injuries just from books. That's why we need to know the whole story. Because that can't happen from just books. You know what I mean? That's not the truth, Christian.
At this point, the detective realizes that he's no stranger to lying. Even when she brought up the idea that he hit his head on a bunk bed after his ludicrous book-carrying story, he casually denied it. So now, Detective Sylveg has to switch gears, and, considering his openness, can easily tell him where he's lying without the worry of him choosing to stay silent.
It's okay. I just need to know the truth. So, just like you told me the truth about January, and you're doing a good job. Well, there's something else that happened tonight, because earlier, I know that you told all the officers and everybody that he climbed up the ladder on the bunk bed and fell. But that wasn't the truth, was it? Okay. I don't think it's the truth, maybe. Actually, I know it's not the truth. He's got really bad head injury. So if you can tell me how he got that, it would be really helpful for him. So what happened tonight? We'll just start over, because it's okay. We just need to know the truth. So what exactly happened tonight with David?
I put him to carry books.
No, it's not. Is that what your mom's going to tell me? That's not what your mom's going to tell me, is it? No. Okay. I'm going to ask you again, Christian, one more time. What happened with David tonight?
Doesn't happen.
That's not what happened.
The detective is now trying to empathize with him in this situation as a way to get him to confess. She also brought up that while he's in this interrogation room telling her that he got injured from carrying books, he told the officers earlier that his brother climbed up on the ladder on the bunk bed and he fell. An inconsistency like this only makes him more guilty. So, to get to the truth, the detective will now give this boy an emotional perspective of the situation.
You have to be honest with yourself, too. And you need to be honest for little Davy's sake. Davy's not feeling too good right now, okay? He deserves for you to tell us the truth. Because then I'm going to go and I'm going to ask your mom, too. But I don't think that's what your mom's going to tell me. And I don't think that's what your little brother and sister are going to tell me either. I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell me, okay? So let's just take a deep breath and tell me, when you and David were in the room together tonight, what happened? You can tell me. You can tell me, okay?
You can tell by the boy's downward gaze and silence that he's starting to feel guilty, especially when the detective brings up little Davy. Now, while this is effective in interrogation for adults, some vulnerable individuals can sometimes feel the emotional burden too much, and they might end up making a false confession. But, considering that his current lie is that his baby brother hurt himself from carrying books, it's without a doubt that he's hiding something and is very close to confessing. And at this point, the smartest, or in some cases the riskiest thing a detective can do, is to say the word that the detective wants the other person to say.
Did you push him down? So you slam him down?
What do you mean slam?
Like on the ground?
No.
Well, what happened to him?
I slam.
Well, just tell me what happened to David. Tell me the truth. And that way you don't have to lie anymore. You don't have to make up stories. Okay? And if you tell the truth, so just tell me exactly what happened. Tell me what happened, sweetie. What are you scared of? I'm scared of telling. I know. I can see. Did your mom do something to David?
No.
But you did. Okay. And see, you're getting there. It's okay. You need to tell me. Okay? What did you do to David tonight? It's okay. You don't want to sit there. Tell me what happened. I'd rather hear it from you than your mom. Do you feel bad about what happened tonight? Is that why it's hard for you to tell me?
Yes.
Okay. If we do things that are wrong, Christian, and we feel bad about it, okay? Okay. So tell me what happened tonight.
I pushed him against a bookshelf
Okay. Where's the bookshelf at in the room?
in front of my sister's bed.
And how did you push him in it? Like, what was he doing for you to push him?
Nothing.
Why'd you push him? Were you angry about something?
Yes.
What were you angry about?
No, my stepdad did it to me.
Oh, your stepdad did to you? Is that what you said? Why were you angry about that tonight?
Because I was thinking about it.
Is there a reason why him?
No.
Is this because he was there?
Yes.
How many times did you push him into the shelf?
Twice.
You pushed him pretty hard. What do you think? Did you push him pretty hard? What'd you say to him? You say bad words to him?
Yeah.
What'd you say to
I
him?
didn't say anything to him.
So, what shelf did he hit it? Where did he hit it on the bookshelf?
On the first one,
Can you show me with the doll how you pushed him into the shelf?
by his head.
So, show me with the doll how you.
Like, push it and.
Okay. So, you pushed him with your hand
Mm-hmm.
into the shelf. Well, did he cry or did he just?
Yeah, he cried.
Did he pass out and go to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Did he do that right away?
I ran away that I hit him twice.
Is that all that happened tonight?
Mm-hmm.
So how did all the blood get everywhere in the room?
Because when I was dragging him to his bed, I actually carried him
Okay, to what bed?
to my brother's bed.
The bottom bunk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you carried him to the bottom bunk, and where was he bleeding from?
From his nose.
Okay. Anywhere else?
And like his mouth.
His mouth was bleeding?
And just like that, the boy confessed to pushing his brother into his father's bookshelf twice. Interestingly, you may have noticed that the detective goes from heavy questions to mild questions as soon as she gets a heavy answer from the boy. Like after he said he pushed him into his father's bookshelf, she immediately redirected him by inquiring about the bookshelf. 2 mild answers later, he confessed the heavy truth, which is great work from the detective. Now, during this horrific incident, you might be wondering where the parents were, so let's see about that.
How long was he like that before you told your mom?
I told my mom right away, but I didn't tell her what happened. I told her something else.
What did you tell her?
That he got hit with the ladder.
Did she believe you?
Yes.
And your little brother and sister weren't in the room when it happened?
No.
What was your mom doing when this happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm driving,
Was she home or no? Where was she at?
taking my brother to school. I mean, I'm not sure where she was.
But she wasn't home when it happened?
No.
Did she make you babysit your brothers and sisters a lot?
Mm-hmm. But not a lot.
Okay. So you stay at home with them a lot. I mean, not a lot, but you babysit them. Okay.
But when I'm babysitting, they always stay together.
The 3 of them. But where were the other 2 tonight when your mom was gone?
Louis was still with me and Yanni was with my mom.
So just you and David were in the
No,
room?
me and my sister.
Okay, so your other brother was with your mom. Okay, so your sister was in the living room and David was in the room with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you call your mom as soon as it happened? Or did you just
No,
wait for her to come home?
as soon as it happened, I realized what I'd done.
So you realized he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did it take her to get home?
A couple of minutes.
And what did she do when she came home?
She cleaned them, and then she went to the hospital. Cleaned them and changed his clothes.
She cleaned him and changed his clothes?
Well, I think she changed his clothes because I didn't see him after.
Was she crying?
Mm-hmm.
So you said that she got on the computer before she went
Mm-hmm.
to the hospital?
No, she was on the phone on the computer.
Okay. Do you know what she was looking up?
No.
According to the reports, Christian called her around 9 a.m., and his mother didn't call the doctor nor take the toddler to the hospital until about 5:25 p.m. Even then, as her son lay bleeding in the other room, she surfed the internet, downloaded music, and made some medical-related searches with the keywords concussion and unconscious for hours. Not to mention that she left her 5-year-old with her 12-year-old, who had already shown signs of anger towards his little brother.
Did your mom tell you, say anything different when?
I'd like to, but she didn't know it was me that did it.
Right. So
I'm sure now.
Okay.
This is actually a good sign of ignorant parenting. As a 12-year-old, Christian had no idea that doing something like that would harm his little brother. It's only when parents are vigilant of their children's interactions that they can educate them on what is right and what is wrong. He had no idea that he'd break his brother's bone by doing what he calls the Indian. In fact, when David fell unconscious, Christian picked him up and laid him in his bed. He denied intent to kill his brother, and several times asked the officers if doctors could wake him up. This shows how considerate he is and that he never intended to kill. After the detective steps out and gives him 10 minutes to think about the situation, she decides to tell him the truth about whether his little brother survived or not.
Yes, he's like too little for that.
Too little to not.
And his heart is weak, so if his heart stopped working,
Why is his heart weak?
because he's small.
Because he's small.
And if his heart stops, then he stops. And he hasn't even, and he has never done that before.
He's never done that before.
Never done that before.
Is that why you knew it was bad?
Because I've never done it before. I've seen my cousin do it, but that's how he sleeps. Because he has had that a lot of times.
Has he?
Mm-hmm. So that's why he sleeps like that. But David has never done it, so I'm worried.
His brain started swelling.
Like bigger or smaller?
Bigger.
Bigger. So it touches his brain.
So his head,
It's not good. It's not really good.
it's not good. But you're old enough and smart enough to know that it didn't look good when you did it, correct? And it doesn't sound good from what you're asking me and what I'm telling you, right? Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you push him twice?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know why I pushed him.
Is he still standing up from the first push after you
Yeah,
pushed
he
him?
was. He's done.
Did he cry?
Yeah.
First time.
Alright.
And then you pushed him again.
But then he stopped crying.
Well, I think I'm gonna go and talk to your mom now. Okay? And I'm gonna have to tell her the truth, okay? And what happened. Well, let me go talk for a few minutes and I'll come back. Okay? You okay?
After this interrogation ended, the detectives had a clear confession against Christian, but a judge dismissed it, citing that he did not understand his Miranda rights during police questioning. However, he was found guilty of first-degree murder as an adult. And yes, there was a sexual assault charge against him as well, but that was dismissed. At the time, he was 13, so he was given a juvenile life sentence, which means staying in jail till he turns 19. In July of 2018, he was placed on probation. The judge also ordered Christian to stay away from minors and not to have contact with his surviving siblings unless they first contacted him. Oh, and in case you're wondering about the ignorant mother, she pled guilty to manslaughter and she was placed on probation for 10 years. This was how a 12-year-old misunderstood boy with a tainted history of abuse and neglect went on to kill his own brother without intending to. This was the horrific case of Christian Fernandez. And as always, thanks for watching.